Today, we acknowledge a really terrible loss. Hogwarts Park was, as you all know, exceptionally hard work. Infinitely detailed, and most importantly, a fierce build. Now I think therefore you have the right to know exactly how it died. You see, Hogwarts Park was murdered by Lord Framerate. The Ministry of Graphics does not wish me to tell you this, but not to do so, I think, would be an insult to its memory. Now the pain we feel at this dreadful loss reminds us, that while we may come from different places and speak in different tongues, our hearts beat as one. Remember that, and Hogwarts Park will not have died in vain. You remember that, and we'll celebrate a park building series that was fun and creative and bold and unmodded right to the very end. Hello and welcome, witches and wizards and whoever, muggles, squibs, trolls, whoever's watching, for what feels like the final time in Hogwarts Park. We have now reached a point where if my recording software is running, I can't build in this park anymore. I started work on the Great Hall, as you saw. And to do this pattern alone crashed the game 8 times. And it took me so long, just because, if it crashes so often, everything just takes so much longer. Everything is lagging like hell. You can't really do any work. And so I decided to turn off my recording software while I build, because it's not smooth, but it runs so much smoother. Before with my software running, I was going to crash the game any second. It was so laggy and terrible, and now it's kind of okay-ish. It still crashes. I guess there's no way around that, but it doesn't crash nearly as often. And I can work on this. I can keep working on this magnificent park. Look at the Hufflepuffs. They're almost done. I started on something back there that I'm going to show you, but just so you know where we are, I wanted to show you around, just so you know where I put the Great Hall. It's right down this path. It's kind of cool. If you go here, you can take a look at it already. That's a really nice look, I think. And it's going to get even nicer. And yeah, I changed things here because I needed to get rid of my entry building, I thought. Turns out I can't delete this one without going insane. But yeah, I had already deleted this one. I wanted to preserve frame rates by deleting the entry buildings. But since I had to keep this one, and this is still, it still counts as a decoration. It never changed to the entry building, which sucks. So I have to work with a movable entry building that I put here so I can close the park, because I can't close the park as long as this thing is just a decoration. But this thing just being a decoration doesn't keep the game from opening the park. This is so annoying. And I decided today, actually, to get rid of the buildings that were here and just turn this into castle garden and have a more naturey, vibe-ish, a more ancient path leading down here, you know, as opposed to this one. I think both can give castle vibes if you do it right, and that's what I'm going to try. So yeah, don't hold your horses. Hogwarts Park is not lost, and I am going to I'm going to finish it. I wanted to say I'm going to try to finish it, but I'm going to finish it no matter the cost. So this is the last video of this building series. I'm sorry. You won't see the progress until I'll release it and I'll do my tour. I am, however, going to take screenshots and share them with my patrons, but don't expect it before, let's say, April, because, you know, I have other projects, parks I want to work on, and building in this save file is different. I did things to the lagoon that I'm going to redo entirely. Oh, I don't know if I should still be glitching lagoons. Well, never mind. I just wanted to show you around to remind you of what we had already built here. I mean, I built and you suggested. This is where Pyroraptors, aka our Snallygasters, are living. And this path is, ooh, it's not finished. Ha 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 ha. Giant purple toads. JCK, these are for you. Especially for you. And this path is leading up to the owlery. I let some Jailopters die. Right now, I don't care if anyone dies. My fire, what was it? My Chinese fireball ended up you know, the thing where they end up somewhere way behind there. I tried to get him, but I'm just letting everyone die, and I'm going to rebreed them for the tour. I think the less dinosaurs are in here, maybe the less struggle the game is having. Was that even a sentence? I think you got the gist of what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we still have some of the Jailopteruses. These never give me notifications. I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood. But it's been a while since I've got a notification from the J-Hos. Okay then, let's continue. What else do we have? We have yes, the manticores. I just flew by here. This right here, by the way, is the little Montgomery Rex Memorial Maze. Then we have the Gryffindor common room with the Phoenix. And we have the 4 dragons, except for the Chinese fireball that had an accident. Oh! The fire-dwelling salamanders are living in here. Here they are, the fire-dwelling salamanders. This right here, no idea. Oh, that rhymed. Oh, and here's one of my favorite exhibits of all time. Grop and the elderly mountain troll. This is Groppy. And this is an elderly mountain troll, and they get senile when they get older, and then it makes them forget that they are vicious and violent creatures, and they get all tender and soft and lovely, and so they can live together. Then they even have a little herb garden here and a little tent, and they campfire, and this is where they sit and roast marshmallows at night. It's so cute. Okay, I added a little very, very charming amenity here that I sort of custom built out of buildings that are nothing amenity-like, but I wanted it to look like an old estate and to have different stories, levels. So I added this tower because it blends in kind of okay-ish with the mortar walls color-wise. I'm not done, but I think some of it, like this view is so cute. Fairy lights. I used fairy lights, you guys. Fairy lights make all the difference. So here we have the entrance, the Hufflepuff entrance to the Forbidden Forest. I'm still proud of this. It really reminds me of Hogwarts Legacy and the entrance there. Very, very good with little puffskins. Sinosauropteryx, he would follow this path. Here we have our little moon calves, also very cute. Unicorns are living here. All kinds of creatures are living here. Their happiest life of all time. And there's not a lot missing. This was just the corner that is still open in Hufflepuff. And since I have the Great Hall here, I was like, isn't the entrance to the kitchen close to the Great Hall? And who is dying? Aren't the Hufflepuffs living where the kitchen is? Oh, I jinxed it. Damn. You're stuck, right? No. Yes, you're stuck. Well, survival of the fittest, all I can say. So the Hufflepuffs need to have a kitchen. So I first made like a little water feature here to explain how the river comes into being, existing, flows through the Forbidden Forest. So I wanted to add this waterfall anyways. And then I thought like maybe just have even more amenities here and just turn this into like a nice terrace looking onto the waterfall. And behind here, hidden, are the house elves. And this is the kitchen. They have to get up on the benches so they can reach the stoves. You need your imagination. These are the house elves. And these are the 4 tables from the Great Hall, because that's what they have in the kitchen. They put the food here and then teleport it to the Great Hall once it's finally decked and prepared. And then I use these teeny tiny huts because they are living in cupboards. And I mean, the elves living in barrels. And as you see them in the game Hogwarts Legacy, they have like a tiny elf complex that is built out of barrels and boxes and cupboard-like things. And it looks really nice. It's well maintained. Doesn't look like these house elves don't have time or don't care about their life anymore, so don't even bother decorating and cleaning. Oh my God. Cleaning their homes. So that this is really, they already had a nice home and quote unquote nice home for, you know, the standards that wizards put on house elves. Okay, let's not talk about this. So I wanted to give them nicer homes and gave them these little huts because I feel like an elf deserves like at least its tiny little own hut with some, you know, some have a fireplace in front. I just started decorating. These benches are still here so I can secure the ground. Some have like flower pots and benches and like a little, you know, I want that my house elves have a good life. This one has a lantern. Maybe it likes to go on hikes during the night. And so, yeah. And then I thought, okay, you have to... This is so dumb. I hate this. But you have to go to a painting that shows a bowl of fruit and you have to tickle the pear to get access to the kitchen. And I tried all different path art things. I was deleting this and the game crashed. So I quit deleting things here and moved on to something else. If you have ideas for how to give credit to the idea that there has at least, how can I make a pear, how is it even pronounced? The fruit appear here in this game without using mods. If you have ideas for me, please help. So yeah, man, I didn't want this to be so long. I'm so sorry. Okay, we did some Ravenclaw house mascot thing. Someone died. It was the Jailopterus. We did this jungly aviary for, what are you, the Okami, whatever. And I had the Innovation Center here, decided to scrap that and turn this into the Ravenclaw common room, like I did here with Hufflepuff and here with Gryffindor by using these Celtic patterns. I have one right here for the Slytherins that I like. Honestly, it kind of looks like snake heads coiling. Again, I think for the Slytherins, you need to work with a lot of coiling stuff. And torches and cages and dungeony things. So yeah, I have quite some space to fill, as you can see. I mean, this half is almost empty. That will be a challenge. I'm not gonna lie about this. And this half, oh, I didn't show you the Dementors. Here are Dementors. That's why it's so snowy. And on the other side, this is the Gryffindor side of the Forbidden Forest. So it's spooky and you have to be bold and daring to enter. There's werewolves. Where are they? I hear them. Here they are. In this ancient forest. I tried to sort of recreate the scene where, yeah, Sirius and Harry are surrounded by the Dementors right here. And Harry and Hermione are sort of here on the other side where there's the werewolf in the back howling, watching it. Hogwarts Express. So yeah, this half is not even filled entirely. So, but yeah, I think this up here will just, all of this will be meandering paths through a beautiful castle garden, British garden maybe, so that I don't have to do like French landscaping, because I'm sure that will help with the frame rate and the crashes. Did I show you Hogsmeade? This Hogsmeade, it has like the huge tree of life or whatever, of everything, the tree of everything, and the boathouse. Well, you all remember this. So yeah, with death looming over our heads, I'm leaving you to enjoy these last impressions of Hogwarts until sometime next year. This year. What is going on in my brain? One day, you won't even see it coming. You'll have forgotten about it a long, long time ago. You don't even remember you ever heard of such a thing as Hogwarts Park. I'll upload a video and tour you through this marvelous park that I still very, very like. That was not English. And thus, I'm leaving you to enjoy the rest of my channel's content. Bye-bye. Happy New Year, guys. Take care.